In today's class, we are going to see about package administration. So software package administration. So agenda that I have is to look at what is package management, what is package manager, what are the operations that we can do with the package manager, and we're going to see what is a repository, and we are also going to see how to create a local repository and how to automate updating the repository periodically. So these are things that I have for today. Let's go ahead. Okay, so package management, when we see the package management is basically, before getting to package management, we need to understand what is actually a package. So if you see, the package is a file which contains the necessary files for an application along with some more information. The information could be some prerequisite package. It could also include some prerequisite package, or it could be a library, or it could be a dependency required to run, and the required metadata files about the software packages that are there. So it's a bundle of information along with a required application. It's all bundled together. So that is what is called as the package. So this is what is called as the package. And previously, they were having multiple things. That is the type of packages. If you see, so okay, before that, we can using this package, we can install and uninstall a package. We can install the package and we can uninstall the package. And when we do such kind of things, it will also modify a configuration file that is there in the system. So appropriate configuration file might be modified as per the script that when we try to install a package. So there are three kinds of packages. One is .deb package for Debian-based systems, .rpm package for Red Hat-based systems. Red Hat, Fedora, and CentOS all uses RPM. And yesterday we had seen tar file. So this tar file is basically is what we had seen yesterday. This is an archive file, and this is also called as the tar balls. But the archive file that is created by the tar has some limitations as we had seen. So it will not be able to archive the character and device files and things like that. Okay. Now we'll see what's a package manager. Package manager is an automated program or tool that helps in installing a package, configuring a package, updating a package, maintaining and remove a software package along with their dependency. So all of these things is taken care in a package manager tool. So this is a tool which comes by default in any Linux distributions. We are going to see a little more detail and more in detail now. So if you see, I told that there are some metadata along with each and every package. If you see what's the content of the metadata, the metadata for every package will have the name, will have the version number, description, who is the author, and what kind of license. All of such informations are present in the metadata. Okay, so it installs the software by extracting the package contents to the appropriate directory into the system. It may also execute pre and post installation scripts to configure the software or perform other necessary tasks. So let's take a look at the picture here. So this is a user system, and in this user system, we are giving we are invoking the package manager tool to package management command. It could be yum, or it could be DNF, or it could be apt in case of Ubuntu, if it is DNF in case of Fedora, and yum in case of Red Hat or CentOS. So this package manager would get invoked, and this will directly try to reach out to the repository which is there in the internet, and look for the package that we are asking for to install or delete or remove or whatever. So based on this, actually, it'll maintain a package management database. And in this management database, there will be a list of packages. And each of these packages will be linked along with the dependencies and the metadata. So both the things are there. So this package manager will do a quick lookup of the package management database to locate the actual package, and then it will try to install into the user system. So this is what is happening when we try to give the yum command. Okay, so there are package managers apart from yum. So I just listed down here. So APT is the one that's being used for Debian and Debian-based distributions. And for Fedora and Red Hat systems, we can also use Dandified Yum, which is DNF. This is an advanced tool than Yum. So in case if you want to use DNF, we can use DNF, install DNF, remove. And in case of Ubuntu, these are the commands which we can use. Okay, so now we are using Yum installer, and Yum package manager. Yum is also called as yellow dog updated modifier. This is meant for Red Hat and Red Hat based distributions. Okay, so this is the list of commands and list of operations that we can do with this package manager. So first thing is, if you want to install a package, we normally know this is the command that we have to use, yum install, and give the package name. This will do the installation for us. And if you want to remove a package, we have to give yum remove and give the package name, and it will be removed for us. And in case if you want to do a check update, so if you want to do a update check, I mean, in a sense, we have a list of packages that is installed in our system. And if you want to see if these packages are up to date, so this is the command that we have to use to check whether if there are any updates available in the repository for the packages that we have installed in our system. And if you want to go ahead with upgrading or updating our packages, we can give yum update. So this will actually check for the updates and installs installs the updated thing based on the availability. And sometimes if you want to know some package is available in the repository or not, yes, you can use this command, yum search, and give the keyword. If you do not know the exact package name, you can just use the keyword here to check whether the package is available in any of the repositories. And yum list install. So this will actually list down all the packages that are installed in our system. So we can get to know what are the packages that are installed in our system by giving this command. And yum info package name is a command that we can use to display the detailed information about the package installed. So we have a package that's been installed. And if you want to know a little more detail about the particular package, we can get to know about that by using this command, yum info package name. So yum clean all is a command that we have to use to clean up any cache that was left out while doing installation. So it's a useful command to free up some space in the cache if it is remaining over there. Okay, coming to yeah. So coming to the CentOS repositories, I have just listed down 3. Okay, so CentOS 9 version is having little different here. So there is a base OS is there, extras common is there, app stream update is changed as app stream repository, and we will. There's an additional thing called EPEL, extra package repository. So this is another repository in case if you want to have this, we can have this also configured in our repository list. If you want to see what are the repositories that are there in our system, there's a command called yum repo list, and we can give options like if you want to know what are the repositories that are there in our configured in our systems. We can give m minus v for warehouse information. It'll give the list of repositories that are configured in our system. And if you want to see out of those repositories, if you want to see enable, what are the repositories that are enabled, and give m repo list enable, and if you give m repo list disable, it will give the disabled repositories, and m repo list all will give the all one. It's almost similar to m repo list. Okay, now in case if we have a repository and if we want to add it, sometimes we might want to create our own customized repository, and we want to create and add it to the repository. So, and we want to maintain it. So yes, you can do that as well. So m repository files contains information about the repository. So basically, repository is basically as the complete set of packages, as we I hope you know about that. So repositories will have a complete list of packages, and these repositories are segregated like base OS, app stream, and extras common and things like that. But yeah, so in case if you want to create a one separate repository for our own purpose, yes, we can do that. So we can create the repository file. This file extension would be .repo as its extension, and we can create a directory under etc. If you see here, this is the directory, etc repos.d, and we can create the directory, and we have to create the respective repo file. And once we have this, then we have to we may need to give this command m config manager to add repository. So once we give this, so this will get added to the repository list. And once we have this added, and whenever we give update, so it will always go and fetch from the base URL. Here we have given base URL. So this is the location we may need to tell from where it has to pick up the latest information. So based on this, it will go and retrieve the latest package in latest version of the application or a package that we have, and it will keep updating whenever we give this update command. Okay, so now we'll see how to create a local repository. So so when we try to give update, so basically when we try to give an update in our system, so it will go and connect to the repository which is there in the internet. So that's how it is configured by default. So suppose if we have a cluster system and we have like multiple systems all in a single cluster, and if you want to configure or update the packages for all the machines, all the systems, so it will be all of these systems would actually try and connect to the systems at the internet, connect to the repository at the internet, and it will be unnecessary bandwidth, and sometimes it might give some unnecessary issues. So instead, there's an option to create a repository server locally, and we can have all the systems connect and get the repositories or get the packages from the local repository within the cluster. So within the cluster, we can define a server, and that server can basically host all the repositories, all the software packages, which is very similar to the one that is there in the internet. And we can keep updating it in the local system. And basically, we may have to have this service available over an Apache web server. So we will have to do a web service. We have to run a web service, and we will have to have this repository packages available in the web server home directories, so that other client systems can reach out to this server to get their repositories updated. So This is the steps that I've listed down here to set up, in case if you're interested, to set up a local repository in our cluster system. So one of the system, we can define a server or a master kind of thing. So where we have to run web service, command to run web services yum install httpd. So that's a command which will install the this is a command that will install the web server, Apache web server for us. And that's the first step. And second step is to create a local repository. And the command to create the local repository is install create repo. So this is a command to create a local repository. So, and we also would need some utilities for the yum. So we have to give yum install yum utils. So this will create some utilities which are required for creating these repositories. And once the step 2 is done, we need to create a directory to store the packages. So this directory, we need to create it under the directory of or the root directory of the web server. The root directory of the web server is generally in this location /www/html. So that's where is the generally the root directory root, and under that you can create a directory by name repos, and we can create the required list of repository names. So these are the repository names, and based on the repository names, we can give the names over here. So, and we can create the required directories here. So, so this command will create the required directories. And the fourth command, once we give this fourth command, so it's going to, this command is going to say repo sync -g delete repo id base OS and download path, and this is the path. So we are saying, so under this path, so pick up the packages from the internet and download it and put it in the local repository. So this is the command that we have to give to do this job. So this command will actually pull all the packages from the internet and makes it available in our local system. So we have 4 repositories: base OS, AppStream, EPUB, extras common. So these names are different now. So this is little slightly not correct. So these actual in CentOS 9. So these are the repository names: base OS, AppStream, EPUB, extras common. So based on this, you can this command will take time. So it will download all the packages from the internet and place it in the respective directories in the repos directory. Once it is done, so we'll have to create a new repository under this using this command: create repo /var/www/html. This is the place where we want to create a new repository, and we have to give this command there. Okay. And coming to the sixth, that's all we have to do it at the server side. So at the client side, we can set up the local yum repository on client system. So if you go to this location, etc yum.repos.d, you will have the repo files for each of the repositories. So all of these repo files need to be moved to /them. So if you have these files, it will try to fetch the packages from the internet. So we need to move this to a stem directory as a backup, and then we will have to create a new file called remote.repo file. And in this file, we will have to tell that pick up the packages from the Apache server, which is there in the neighbor system, or the IP address of the server or the master that we call. So we'll have to tell this is where you will have to pick up all the software packages from. So we'll have to give this kind of a remote.repo file in the client system. Once we have this, and that's it. So client systems will never go to the internet for getting the updates from the internet. Instead, it will go and fetch the updates from this master itself that is in the local network. And then we can see things are happening within the local network itself, and it's not doing based on the thing. So by this way, we will know what is being updated in all the systems. So we will not have differences of packages, differences of versions of the packages in different systems based on the way they update on their own. So it's all centralized. We can do that based on whatever things that are there in the master. That's what will get updated in the client. So if you want to check if it is working fine, you can give yum install httpd in the client system, and you can see if it is going and fetching from the master system. Same way, one more file we may have to give in case if you want to specify a specific app stream or specific repository. So we may have to create a new other file called local repos.repo. This file should actually tell like this. So base URL, so 172.15.0.11. So this is my master, under which I have created the repositories, base OAS, app stream, extras.com, and EPUB. So all of these places are there. All of these repositories are placed in this location, is what I have mentioned it here. Okay, so now coming to the master system, we may want to have this master system up to date. So that again, we can write a cron job. Cron job is one thing that we had learned yesterday. Cron job is something which we can, will be a handy thing to do a specific task on its own without manual intervention. So we can write a cron job, something like this in a script update local repos kind of script we can write. And inside this, we can create this information. So like what are the packages that we have? So base CentOS plus extras.com. So all of these things, and we can write a small script based on the for loop. We can try to repo sync. So this is a command that we had given initially to update the repository packages. So same thing, we can do it on a daily basis. So it will update the master from the internet on a daily basis, and the system that's a master system will have the packages up to date and without manual intervention. We don't need to worry about whether we have the latest version or not. So we'll always will have the latest later version, and we can also have a similar kind of script written for the client also to fetch the fetch and update its thing, update the software packages from the local master. So yeah, so we'll quickly show you in the system how.
Yeah, just like just the last slide. If you go back to the last slide, please. So
Yes,
this one is like auto update using the cron jobs, but
correct.
auto update using the internet.
Auto update using the internet, correct? Yes, that's correct. Because the master has to get the updates from the internet.
And that has to be exposed to internet.
Yes,
but,
the master. Yeah, master
back,
alone.
So where we are pointing to the internet address there. If you go back to the last slide, please.
Yeah.
Where we are pointing to the internet address.
By default, it will go to the internet unless otherwise, if we say that it has to go and fetch the information from a specific repository. If you don't give anything, it'll by default go. There are repo files. Those repo files will actually specify. I'll show where it is.
Okay.
These repo files in the system. One minute.
Okay, Alex, and another question also.
Yeah.
And if we want to point, like if we have our own softwares, like custom softwares, how we will find the client machines to install from this repo, like where we will save our files, our M files.
So what we have to do is, as I had mentioned, so we will have to have our own repository. I told like by default we have this base extras.com and like that. So we may have to create, if it is, for example, S4. S4 is a is a repository that we want to create, and under that S4 we want to have a number of RPM packages. So we may have to create a directory, and we have to put all the RPM packages under that, and we will have to create the repo file, and then we will have to tell the system that the things are present over here and to fetch it. Okay, let me quickly show it to you so that you will
another
get
question. And you said you have to edit in the client workstations this remote file or base URL, right? In the repo config. It is a must to edit both or any one to point to the local repo.
Yeah, all the clients we may have to edit.
No, I mean
it's one time
remote file.
Yeah, it's one time job. Until your voice is not correct. I mean, voice is not audible.
Can you go back? Excuse me, like no, it's my issue. I'm traveling now. I'm in metro. That's it. The signal is coming and going.
Oh, okay,
is it clear now?
Yes. Now it's clear.
Okay. Can you go back to that repo? You showed in 2 locations you can edit, right?
In the system or in the slide only?
In the slide.
Yeah. So this
either this one or the previous slide. You have to edit both or only one?
Yeah. So okay. I got your question. So basically, this is sufficient. This remote repo. This is sufficient for doing a complete update. In case sometimes we might want to give a update for a specific package. So it's so this local repo is also being updated. In case if we want to pick up any package from any app stream or anything specific things, we have this local repo file. So ideally speaking, both needs to be updated for good functionality, better function.
Okay, we can proceed.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll quickly show in the system. So I have 2 VMs now, VM1, and this is the place that I am running my web server and the local repository. I'll quickly show where I am running, where my repositories are stored, where www HTML, and under that we have the repos directory. Under repos directory, I have 4 repositories: AppStream, BaseOS, EPEL, ExtrasCon. So these are the repositories as CentOS 9 will have by default. So in case if we want to have our own repositories, then probably we may need to create one more directory over here, and then we will have to have the required packages. So if you go to any of this directory, and you can see the packages over here. So list of packages. So this is the list of RPM packages that we have for the base OS. So similarly, we have the packages for EPEL, AppStream. For all of that, we will have the similar set of packages.
So this one, you have downloaded this one from internet and copied it here offline?
No, that's a command I showed you, Safi. So that is a reposing command.
So it will, okay. So it will create in this default location.
Yeah, so this is the reposing command. I told I have created these directories. After creating this directory, I need to give this reposing command. This is the command which will copy the packages or update the packages from the internet to the local position. So I am telling the place. So I am telling download path. So download path is this. So where www HTML repos, under that base OS is my repo ID. So based on that, it will go and download all the packages into this local directory.
Okay, so it will segregate itself. So what goes under base O, upstream, EPEL, it will segregate itself.
Yes. Because we are giving that way. So the command is saying like this, because download path is saying repos,
yes,
and EPEL. Under repos, I have a directory called EPEL, and under that, it's going to write the packages over here.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's
Alex means any Linux system you can make it as a repo, right? Until you have this four repo folders.
Yes. So the thing is, actually, CentOS is having different kinds of repositories, and if you go for Ubuntu is having different kind of repositories. So the repository names are different. So if we have a mixture of Ubuntu and Red Hat and Fedora and other things, we can have the repositories maintained in one master, and we can have the client repositories, client repository files updated to fetch the required packages from the master. Am I making sense? So is your question is if there is a mixture of Ubuntu, Red Hat, is it something like that?
You are asking me?
Yeah. So sorry, I didn't quite get your question. Can you please repeat your question?
No, my question was just simple. Like, can I make any system as a repository?
So when you say, we can make any system as a master repository, local master repository server. When you say any system, do you mean what do you mean? So do you mean like
for Ubuntu, for CentOS? So my question was
So if you are, so I'm not considering the mixture of Ubuntu, Red Hat, Fedora. So if it is a CentOS cluster, so yes, any system you can create as a master server.
Okay, clear.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so
but now is it possible, Alex, for you to run the update? Let's say, just run the update command, sync command, let's say.
Yeah, so the update, if I do the update over here, it's going to pick up the update from the.
You have internet access, I believe, for this one, right?
Yeah,
so
yes. Yeah. So yum update, if I do. So I've been doing it, so there's not much updates.
Okay.
Looks like there's not much update. So if I do yum update over here, so I'll show you what happens.
But this server VM2, you are pointing to VM1?
Yes, VM2 is pointing to VM1. So now I see I get an error here. So do you see the error? So it is saying failed to connect to 172.15.0.11. So this is the IP address of this guy. If you see here, 172.15.0.11. So this is the person. So he's saying he's not able to connect because when I give update, he is not trying to go to the internet. He is trying to reach out to this 172.15.0.11. And then he's saying it is failed. So that is one indication. And this is because I have created this repo file, remote repo file. So I'll show that remote repo file over here.
Please.
Which I created.
Please, if you don't mind, can you show us both? Let's say on the VM1, where you have configured the internet access, and then VM2, where you have configured the remote repo.
Yes, I'll show that. So these n.repos. So if you see here, so each of these things is what is referring to, or we call it as a repo file. These repo files, when we open this, it will have the actual URL to fetch the packages from the internet. I will open one of the file here. It is say, for example, send to os.repo. So if you see here, so this send to os.repo file. So each of these say it's saying CentOS, stream, CRB, meta link. So there is a mirrors.centos.org, and this is the link where the repository it is pointing to the internet repository. Shafi, do you see? Are you seeing this?
Yeah, we get this one. So enable is 0, because when you want to update, you will make it 1, right?
By default, enabled is 0, so which means it's not going to get updated. So we can make it enabled if you want. And currently it is, I showed you an example where it is not enabled. So there are some places where it is enabled.
Because, or is it like during the cron job, it will enable it, and after finishing, it will disable it?
No, I don't think so. So if you see here, some of the things are enabled here, and some of the things are enabled 0. So if you see, few things are enabled as 1.
But you're pointing here to multiple meta links, no? What is the reason? Because it's one.
So this is the file that I have not written. This is comes by default.
Okay.
So this comes by default. And one thing we know, like if we want to bring any of the packages from this thing, so we can make it enabled, and we can make it disabled also if we want to disable any specific things. So if we disable it, it will not, when we give update, it is not going to update the packages present in this location.
Okay, so the one, let's say, for example, if you take the one which was enabled, so that was pointing to internet, but going to the specific repository.
Yeah, internet repository, which is present.
For example, EPEL repository. And where was that path? Var log repo. You are mentioning it here. That location, the folder location.
etcm.repos.t.
No, not this one. The one var log, this one where you are making the folders itself, no?
So that is the local repository. So that's a local repository. This is so that's a local repository. So if you see the local repository, that path is var www.html.
Yeah, this one. Okay.
So this is the local one. If you see, the repo files will tell where it has to get this. So by default, when I give checkup, when I give yum update, it's going to use the repo file to download the packages from the internet. Okay, so this is how the thing. Let us now see the client, how it is present. If you see cat etc yum dot repos.t, and I have only 2 files here. I have only 2 files here, local repos.repo and remote.repo. So that's the one that these are the things that I have made. So if you see remote repo, it's very simple. It says RHEL Apache. So that's the name of the package. And the base URL is just to be taken from the 172.15.0.11. And enabled is 1. So by default, it's enabled as 1. And GPG check is 0. And it will just go and fetch the information from the thing. And if you see the local repos repo file, so the same thing is here. So likewise, like this. For each of these things, I have given these files are created, or edited by me. So this is one. So if you give yum repo list, it's going to show the list. Remote is this, and local is this. These are the list of repositories.
Okay.
And so I was showing an error there because I had kept this HTTPD as disabled just to demonstrate. So HTTP, this web server is disabled. I'm going to enable this now, and HTTP server is enabled now, active and running. And now I'm going to give this command, that is sudo yum update. And now you can see it's trying to update it without any issue, because it is my web service is running in the server, and it is fetching the packages and from the server. This update I did not give in the client, so it's taking some time. So this can be implemented as it is having some benefits. Instead of having each and every client reaching out to the internet repository to update, so we'll not know one place, one system will have an updated version, other system will have some other version. So instead of that, we can have this done. I mean, same things get updated. The client level client side scripts also can be triggered as a cron job, so that whenever the clients switch on, so we can have this synced up from the master, or with whatever way. So before shutting down, we can create, we can have the system updated. So all of this, all of such things can be done.
Okay. And is there a way to, like at a central level, to uniform the installed versions between nodes? Like it is possible, right? So the what is
Yes.
installed on VM1 is not possibly not the same as VM2. Maybe
By
some minor
this way,
differences or anything.
by this way, we will have it same. We can have that as same. Currently, this yeah. So now it is syncing up. So if I have this job check, I mean this yum update given as part of the cron job, so this will get triggered maybe at whatever time we are comfortable, either during the boot up time, whenever the user comes to the office, so it will sync up, do this sync up job, or when before they shut down the PC, they'll do this sync up job, or it can also write the cron job to schedule during midnight or so, which will do the syncing of job at the background. So on a daily basis, we can have all systems running the same version of packages, and there'll not be any differences in any of the systems. So we can make sure that.
But using a cron job for let's say 20 nodes or 30 nodes, we can schedule this one. Yes. Like every 1 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. These 220 servers will update from the remote.
Right.
We can do this.
Yes. Right. Yes, we can do that.
Yeah. Okay. So this will be one of the things we will check in the script session.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, that should not be an issue. So nothing actually. So what I just now did, so what I did is yum update is a command that I just now given in the client.
Agree.
So this command, I will have to put in a script, and I have to schedule it in a particular time. And this job has to be done across all systems.
Oh.
So
that's a one-time.
Yeah. So that's a one-time job. So as part of system administration. So whenever a system is brought, we may have to put that in the client systems, and so that it does the job of synchronization every day on a daily basis.
Okay. No. And while it updates, Alex, you know, you are using mobile stream, right?
Yeah.
Is there any other tool? How many clients it supports at a time to add it? This is unregistered version, right?
It's not a registered version, so I'm not sure. So that definitely, if we go for this thing, so there'll be more.
Which is the best tool you recommend for this kind of management? You know, for the administrator.
Okay, so I've honestly speaking, I have not explored in that line, Shafi. So,
okay.
do you have multiple monitors? You have multiple monitors?
No, let's say we will have multiple nodes. Let's say 50 or 100 nodes.
Multiple nodes is okay, but you need to have a bigger monitor to view multiple systems, right?
Yeah, not multi-screen. I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, if you are getting to multi-screen, no. But mobile stream, now let's say
mobile stream. Yeah, mobile stream, but it's again limited to the size of the screen, right? Otherwise, it will be very small. These windows, I am able to project two systems now. If I have 4 systems, it will be very small. I have to partition my screen into 4, and then I have to do. I think 4 is also possible. Not sure. So how many systems it can possible? But what I'm trying to say is, more than 4 or more than 6, it will be how much ever the screen size is. I'm not sure because all of these things goes in a lot of lines after lines. So we might need to have. We cannot have more than 6, maximum 6. If the screen size is very big.
I was not asking for this multi-execution mode. This one is clear. This is auto, I think, adaptable. But if you go back to adding the nodes, let's say, for example, if you expand this star, we have a star on the left side, right? If you expand this one, you have a list of sessions.
Yeah.
So this sessions for unregistered mode is limited. So is there any other tool, comparative tool, let's say, works in a similar way to add more number of sessions by default? Because it will limit you for 10 or 15 or maybe I think 20, I don't know. So if you have more nodes to add it here as a kind of a desktop manager, for example.
Oh, okay, that way. Okay, I got what you're saying.
Yeah, this one. Yeah.
I
have anything in mind, or you use something for the bigger environment? We can recommend us. Free, of course, free tools.
Okay.
For you know, for multi-node management, you know, like we don't want to again,
Yeah. So
Nothing but the topic.
Yes, Sandeep. Yeah.
The M files. Can we edit these M files? Maybe some dependencies which our environment may block it. Like our IT might have blocked some files considering the vulnerability. So we can stop that one from being executing while doing the installation.
Senthil, I understand your question as when you give an update, you want to withhold some of the packages to be upgraded.
When I install a package, my question is when I install a package.
When you install a package,
you said about package manager, right? The M and
right.
Which allow us to limit maybe that bundle, the bundle installation bundle contains some dependency files inside that one.
Yeah. Metadata.
And I don't want that dependent application to be installed. Maybe I have the latest version already in my system, and this version may have some vulnerability which is known recently. I want to stop it. So is it possible? I want to skip this step during the installation.
That I think it can be done. So it's not like it cannot be done, but it has to be. We need to have a clear idea, like about the particular application, because we are dealing with the dependencies. If we remove one dependency, we'll have another issue. we might end up in some other issue. So it should be done, or it should be given from the developer point of view. So, or what I'm saying is the RPM package creation should take care of that.
Okay.
So the RPM package,
package.
Yes,
they have
yes,
to do that.
Correct.
And another question. Now I have a software for Ubuntu and for CentOS, and I have to install it in Ubuntu. Is there any conversion tool or something to convert RPM to Ubuntu compatible? AEC, what is that one? AFC?
So what you're saying is from RPM to I will explore that. I think for RPM, you have an RPM package and that you want to install it in a Ubuntu system. So that's what your point is, right?
Yes.
RPM can be installed in. That also I will explore. So Ubuntu, I think we can install RPM in Ubuntu also. So I'll just check that.
Because when you explained to us, you said different extensions that each.
DBG. DBG is there. RPM is one package. .tar is the one package, and .dbg. Debian. Actually, there are two kinds of packages. deb.rpm.tar. TAR is common. So if it is in the tarball, so it's not dependent on the distributions. Tarball is very simple. It will work across any systems. If it is a DEB, Debian system, so the Ubuntu will be the APT thing. If you use APT is the tool that is used for Ubuntu advanced package tool. So that will be in .deb, .deb, and our CentOS or all of these things are in RPM. So your question is, can we have this RPM package installed onto the Ubuntu or vice versa? So I'll just explore that.
Anyhow, one side is also fine for now. So this would be our topic to know.
Okay, sure.
Okay, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.